ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंदप्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरकृष्णे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. So yesterday we started the discussion on verse number 31. So dharmam api chaveksha navikam ritumarhasi dharmyadhyayudhaya shreyavanyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. Translation: considering your specific duty as a kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. So Krishna, and this is the new section, third section of chapter number second. So in this chapter, Krishna is uh, uh, just introducing little bit of karma kanda portion of Vedic literature. Karma kanda means a person who cannot at all immediately accept the spiritual platform because of some reason, whatever it may be. Because and that the reason is very simple, because of excessive attachment for material sense gratification. That's all. This is the only reason. Graha Vratana in Bhagavad Gita, in terms of Prahlad Maharaj language, it is Graha Vratana. Those who are too much inclined for sense enjoyment, or other words, in other words, we can say uh, those one may be having excessive attachment for material enjoyment, but if somebody is unwilling to give it up, that is the state of Grahavratana. That is the state of someone who is excessively so much attached that he is unwilling to give. Otherwise, if somebody may be very attached in this material world, lot of material attachments may be there in the heart. But if by some good fortune, if somebody is able to understand a spiritual subject matter and some or other is able to accept it, then he can develop this desire that this is all these material attachments are just a nonsense business. Uh, So I do not want this. I want to get rid of it. Although he is unable to uh, become free from these attachment, but still he will be, because he has developed that knowledge. And Krishna explains this, explains about such kind of devotees in Bhagavad. Jata Shraddha Mat Kathadav Mat Kathadav Shraddha Rudra Nisha. 11th canto, chapter 20, verse 27, 28. These two verses are very, very encouraging verses. At least when I read this first time, that time I was working. I read this verse. When I came to this verse, these two verses, I got lot of hope, because still some tug of war was going on. What to do? Should I fully surrender, leave everything, all job opportunities I had, so nice career I can make, and I can go on with this material prosperity and opulent, and this a little bit sense gratification in a pious way, of course. Those who are devotees, they do not desire to perform sinful activity. Rather, a devotee who has practiced Krishna consciousness even for some time also with little sincerity, they become averse in performing sinful activity. So it doesn't matter. Even if in a heart of a devotee, even if there are desires for sense gratification, sense enjoyment, they are never ever inclined for doing sense gratification in a sinful manner, like breaking the four regulative principles. They do not get such kind of inspiration. They totally avoid it. But because the attachment remains within the heart, so the desire for sense gratification sometimes it may impel or give impetus, force, practically it may force a devotee also uh, to go for it in a pious manner. And what is that manner? Pious manner means become a householder devotee and have a good family relationship, good wife, children, and nice this opulent life, good bungalow, car, and name, fame, nice grahastha. In 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 modern scenario, we can say such a devotee, nice householder devotee, very means have very nice relationship with uh, family members and other devotees, and temple relationship, very nicely situated in material life, and as well as contributing to ISKCON, donating and giving some services. In this way, this is called as nice devotional householder life, based on to certain degree, based on the principles of enjoying sense gratification, which are not actually harmful for progress in Krishna consciousness, but of course it delays the progress in Krishna consciousness. That is a fact that cannot be uh, means avoided. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. Sense gratification, whether legalized or illegalized, just like sex life. Srila Prabhupada says whether licit sex or illicit sex, both are actually entangling to a person in this material world. But one who cannot remain without sense gratification, so Shastras give such kind of recommendation that okay, you want to enjoy sense gratification, do it in a proper manner. Proper manner means in a legalized way. Do not entangle yourself in sinful activity. Do it in this manner. That is householder grahastha life. And if one performs this, so although he cannot make spiritual advancement very rapidly, but he may remain on that platform so that he can get again, he can get a human birth, and again he can continue his progress. That's why Srila Bhakti Thakur, she remarks regarding this, that after many lifetimes of becoming grahastha, a person in some lifetime he may become fully determined to give up sex life or sense gratification altogether. So that is possible. That is possible, but it takes sometimes it takes many lifetime. So he remarks like this: that those who can remain unadulterated brahmacharis, that means in their previous lives many times they vowed to remain celibate, but some or other they couldn't. They entered into householder life, but they have nicely practiced without performing any sinful activity, and then they are again given the chance to become completely detached from material attachment. So this is general principle, but if somebody is very fortunate, or somebody is very fortunate to have association of some very exalted devotee, then one may not uh, be one may not have to one does not require to take many births to come to this platform. In single lifetime one can become fully detached, even while living in householder life also. If somebody is in householder life, but if he becomes fully determined and gets attached to the service of a pure devotee, and after certain period of time in his householder life he gives up all sense gratification altogether, then he can also attain to the complete spiritual perfection even within this lifetime, which sannyasi or real brahmachari can attain to that. So spiritual perfection doesn't actually depend upon the number of years or time duration. It's just a matter of pure consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Somebody can attain the spiritual perfection even within single moment also. And somebody may not even achieve it after many millions of years. Uh, Srila Prabhupada explains about this. It's just a matter of uh, determining, accepting the fact that we are eternal servant of Krishna. So the moment you accept it fully and fully in your heart that I am an eternal servant of Krishna, Guru and Krishna, so why should I surrender to Maya? Very simple. If somebody becomes so much determined and then he acts on this platform, so then he is immediately liberated at that very moment. He is actually liberated, but in this material world, while living in this material world itself. It's just a matter of time. As long as he has this body, he will be living like others. Apparently, it may appear that he is also one of the person in who living in this material world. He is also eating, sleeping, and doing all the activities. But he is doing all everything in relationship to Krishna, remembering Krishna as his master. So that kind of devotee, iha yasya harer dasya karmana manasa gira nikhilatsu api avasthasu jivan muktasa uchyate. In this way, harer dasya, one who has accepted himself as an eternal servant of Krishna, so nikhilatsu api avasthasu, in whatever state he may be living, whether he is a brahmachari, grahastha, vanapara, sannyas, boy, girl, Prabhuji, Mataji, old man, young man, child, doesn't matter. And even it doesn't matter whether he is a human being or animal. If one has attained to that state, that point of full Krishna consciousness, then everything material designation finished immediately. It's just like a dream, just like when we go to bed, so we are dreaming. So somebody may be dreaming that he is a great king and he is enjoying so many nice facilities. Somebody may dream he is just a normal worker in this material world doing some ordinary household affairs managing. Somebody may dream like that he is means chased by a tiger and he is suffering a lot. Somebody may dream like he is going, the death is coming near to him. So different people, because of different state of mentality or consciousness, you can say, or different state of mind's impression, samskar, and that is also actually governed by karma. Our previous karma, they decide not only our this life, wakeful life, what we are living, but previous karmas, on account of our previous karma, our dreaming condition is also decided. A dreaming condition, that is that also actually is a result of our previous karma, whether pious or impious. If there are some certain kind of pious karmas are there which are not so powerful to give a result in a gross manner, gross body. So those pious credits are given in the dreaming condition. Okay, you become a king. You desire to become a king, but you have very low balance. So okay, material nature says you sleep, you go to bed, and will make you a king in dream. So that does not actually makes any difference. If somebody is very intelligent and has developed this knowledge, proper knowledge, we can understand it does not make any difference. Even whether you are a king of this world in your wakeful state or you become a king of this world in your sleeping state, it does not make much difference. But of course, at present state, we may not be able to understand this fact, but this is a fact. So somebody may become a king in the dream. So that is because of his previous life, some uh, pious karma, a low balance, but he desired that he got it. And because of some impious karma, sometimes we get suffering also in dreaming condition. Uh, and it sometimes it happens. Krishna is very merciful. Suppose if somebody is determined to become brahmachari, but because of his pious previous life karma, I do not wish to state whether it is impious or pious karma. You can understand whatever it may be, because to get entangled in the suffering situation of householder life, how it can be pious activity. But Shastras explain it like this: one who has pious credit, he can only have a good family life. He can get good wife, good children, supporting uh, uh, happiness, all these things. According to karma kanda, material calculation, it can be said, because of pious previous life, so pious credit, one can be situated in a proper householder life. But from a spiritual point of view, we understand that it is the result of impious activity. Because material pious activity is also, in another sense, it is impious act. But anyway, so somebody who wish to become a brahmachari, but because he might be having some good pious credit in his previous life, because of which he is supposed to get a very nice, beautiful wife, good children, and very nice family happiness in this way. So, but if he is determined, so Krishna might arrange all these things within his dream. Uh, I asked this question a few years back to one of senior devotee. I told Prabhuji, somebody uh, uh, has predicted that I'll get married. So he said, no, 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 don't worry. Radha Rasbir is there. He will protect you. And even if you have this pious credit to become a householder, to enjoy householder life, you don't worry. The Lord will arrange, and it may happen in the dream, and you will forget, you will become free. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention, dreaming condition of life is also affected by our previous karma. So that's why we should not be so much worried about the dreams also. And in another sense, this life, material life, is also a dreaming condition. Sometimes it happens, some devotees, they ask this question. We are practicing sadhana very nicely, chanting very nicely, and doing all this, everything very nicely. Still, why we get bad dreams? We should not be getting bad dreams. No, so you might get bad dreams because of your previous karma. So you just forget it. You just go on executing your devotional services nicely, as soon as you come to the platform of pure devotional service, immediately all the previous karmas are eradicated. At that time, whether this wakeful state, gross life, or in subtle life, dreaming condition of life, everything will be finished. So devotee should not be so much concerned about whether in this life, while living, if we get some suffering situation, some material desires prompt within our heart, uh, or in dreaming condition of life, if sometimes we get very dangerous type of dreams, so we should not be too much concerned. Our concern should only be that whatever opportunity, whatever time I'll get, I will utilize it completely in remembering Krishna and serving Krishna. Then let rest depends upon Krishna. How he is going to deal with my karma, that is up to him. I will not force him. We should not even force Krishna that, my dear Krishna, please remove my previous karma and let me, please situate me in such a manner that I may be able to execute your devotional service properly. So this kind of prayer is a good prayer. One can do such kind of prayer, but actually we do not require to pray like this also. The best prayer is, as Mukunda in Mukunda Mala Stotra, King Kulsekhar prays. What he says, Naham Vande Tava Charanayor, Naham Vande Tava Charanayor Dvandvam Advanda Heto. This is very beautiful prayers offered by King Kulsekhar. We should actually do this. If we finish some of our lectures like Bhagavad Gita or anything, we'll start this. He says, Shri Vallabheti Varadeti Daya Pareti Natheti Nagashayane Ti Jagannivase आलापिनं प्रतिदिनं कुरु मां मुकुन्द श्रीवल्लभेति वरदेति दयापरेति भक्तप्रियेति भवलुण्ठन कोविदेति नाथेति नागशयनेति जगन्निवासेति आलापिनं प्रतिदिनं कुरु मां मुकुन्द. Very beautiful. He addresses the Lord. Oh, my dear Lord, Sri Vallabh. Oh, very dear to Mother Lakshmi, Sri Vallabh iti. Varada, Varada. Oh, my dear Lord, giver of all kinds of benedictions. Varaditi. Daya pareti, Daya para. You are always inclined to bestow mercy. Daya pareti. Bhakta priyeti bhavalunthana kovideti. Bhakta priya iti. You are very, very dear to your devotees. Bhavalunthana Kovideti. Oh, who you are very expert in delivering your devotees from this material entanglement. Krishna is very, very expert. Bhavalunthana. Bhavalunthana means to free oneself from the entanglement of bhava, birth, cycle of birth and death. That is Bhavalunthana. Kovida. Kovid means very expert in doing this. Only Krishna is very expert in delivering his devotees from the cycle of birth and death. Natha iti, you are my master, O Natha. Nagashayaneti, O one who lies down on the bed of Anant Shesha. Narayana. Nagashayaneti. Jagan Nivasa iti. O Nivasa or shelter, abode. O shelter or abode of all the universe. All the universe rests upon you. Jagan Nivasa iti. Alapinam pratidinam guru mam mukunda. Let me chant every day, all the time your glories. Kuru Ma Mukunda, please allow my tongue, please allow my heart to always have the craving to glorify you. Please allow my tongue to always chant your holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Such a wonderful prayer, no? Then he starts glorifying. First of all, he glorifies the Lord by his different names, and he asks for the permission. He begs for the mercy. My dear Lord, please allow me to chant your glories. Then he starts. Jayatu Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandano Ayam Jayatu Jayatu Krishno Vrishnivam Sapradipa जयतु जयतु मेघश्यामला कोमलाङ्गो जयतु जयतु पृथ्वीभारनासो मुकुन्द. All glories to the Deva, the most worshipable Lord. Deva means, what is the meaning of Deva? And Deva, one meaning of Deva is these demigods, but that is not the real meaning. The real meaning of Deva is the most worshipable deity, most worshipable Lord of everyone, all including the demigods also. Jayatu. All glories to that most worshipable deity of everyone in this material world and spiritual world. Jayatu Jayatu Devo. Devaki Nandano Ayam. To this Devaki Nandan, Krishna, I adore. Jayatu, Jayatu. Let he be always glorious. He is always glorious. But the mood of a devotee is that let only his glories be sung throughout the world, throughout the universe, all the time. Jayatu, Jayatu, Krishna. Devaki Nandan Ayam. This Devaki Nandan Ayam means this Devaki Nandan known as Krishna. Let he be always glorious. Who is Vrishni Vamsha Pradipa? He is Pradipa means the candle or lamp. Just like a lamp illuminates everything. So similarly, in Vrishni Vamsa, Lord Krishna has appeared as Pradipa, and he is illuminating everything, all the Vrishni Vamshis, by protecting them, by help, by delivering them. Jayatu Jayatu Megha Shyamala Komalango. Megha Shyamala. All glories to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose anga or limbs of whose body are very, very soft. Komalanga. One who has very soft, delicate uh, anga or limbs. Each and every part, each and every limb of the body of the Supreme Lord is very, very delicate and well well formed, and rather we can say in such a manner that each and every limb of the body, uh, uh, if one the highest kind of beauty, one the highest kind of beauty can be seen in the body of the Supreme Personality of God, each and every part of his body limb. So, who is Megha Shyamala? But his color is Megha Shyamala, blackish in color, bluish, Megha Shyamala, Ghanshyam Varna. So, Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bharanaso Mukunda. All glories to Lord Mukunda, the giver of Mukti, who Prithvi Bharanaso, who destroys the burden of the earth. So such a nice prayer. Mukunda Murdana Pranipattayache Bhavantamekantamiyantamartham Avismritistvaccharanarvinde Bhave Bhave Me Astu Bhavat Prasada Mukunda Murdana Pranipattayache. Surrendering myself, putting my head unto the lotus feet of Mukunda. Yache, I am begging for the mercy of the Lord. Bhavantame kantami yantamaratham. My dear Lord, Bhavantam, from you, I desire this much benediction only. Ekantam, this much only. Iyantam, this much. Ekantam means this one, single. Artham means love, some benefit, some benediction. So this is the only desire, my dear Lord. I am begging by putting my head unto the lotus feet, unto your lotus feet. I beg for your mercy. What do you want? Let me know. Please, let me know. Mukunda is telling, my dear devotee, my dear Mukunda, King Kulsekara, King Kulsekara, Kurutalwar, is asking, what do you want? I already gave you. You are the king of this big Rajya kingdom. What do you want? What else you want? Do you want to become king of the heavenly planets? Or if you want to become controller of the entire universe, I can make you, because you are very advanced devotee. So, but what you want? Avismritistvaccharanarvinde bhave bhave me astu bhavat prasada. Or you want to become liberated from the entanglement of material existence? Please let me know. So he said, no. I just want avismriti. Avismriti means, vismriti means to forget. Avismriti means not to forget. I just want that avismriti to charanarvinde. Uh, not that I may not forget your lotus feet even for a single moment. Let your two divine, transcendental, very beautiful lotus feet always shine within the core of my heart every moment. This is all I want. Uh, and each and every birth. Bhave me astu bhavat prasadat. Bhavat prasadat. It will be possible only by your mercy, my dear Lord. Bhavat prasadat. So please, you bestow your mercy. Bhave. In each and every birth, let me have this benediction. Uh, then he says, Naham vande tava charanayodvandvam madvandaheto कुम्भिपाकं गुरुमपि हरेनारकं नापनेतुं रम्या राम मृदुतनुलतानन्दनेनापि रन्तुं भाव्य हृदयभवने भावयेयं भवन्तम् नाहं वन्दे तव चरणयोरद्वन्द्वं मद्वन्द्वहेतो. So I am not worshipping your two lotus feet. Because in the previous verse, King Kulsekara asked that, uh, please give me this benediction only, Avishmritistva Charanara Vindam, that I may not never ever forget your lotus feet. Okay, you do not wish to forget my lotus feet even as for a single moment. That's all right. But what do you expect by remembering my lotus feet all the time? There has to be something within your heart. What do you want? So he says, no. Naham vande tava charanayor. I do not meditate, worship, remember your two lotus feet. Charanayor dvandam. Dvandam means the two divine lotus feet. Krishna's two lotus feet are very beautiful. Just to meditate, just to look at, and just to glorify those lotus feet and just to hear the glories of the lotus feet of Krishna, just like we are right now hearing from such a great devotee, King Kulsekhara, the divine, glorious glories of the lotus feet of Krishna. So, just to remember the lotus feet of Krishna, just to look at the lotus feet of Krishna, and just to hear the glories of the lotus feet of Krishna is all nectar, is the greatest kind of nectar. So the devotee who is actually relishing these kinds of nectar of the lotus feet of Krishna, he has no other desire to derive something else by remembering the lotus feet of Krishna. That's why he says, Naham Vando Tava Charanayora Dvandam. I'm not worshipping your two divine, very beautiful nectar emanating lotus feet for the sake of Advanda Hetu. Advanda Hetu means to become free from the dualities of this material existence. Advanda. Dvanda means duality. Happiness, miseries, Janma Mrityu, Sukha Dukha, heat, cold, Man Apman. This is Dvanda. Dvanda means to maintain the mentality that I belong to this material world. I am this material body. That is also a Dvanda. Advanda means to become free from the Dehatmi Buddhi, to become liberated. That is Advanda Hetu. So he says, I am not worshipping your two lotus feet to become free from the miseries, Dvanda of this material world. Or I am not worshipping your lotus feet. Kumbhipakam gurumapi hare narakam napanetum. Kumbhipakam is a narak, hell known as Kumbhipaka. Gurumapi means Mahakumbhipaka. Even if because of my some previous impious activities, misdeeds, if I am supposed to go to hell known as Mahakumbhipakam, Guru means great, very heavy, Mahakumbhipakam, to suffer there. Still, my dear Lord Hari, Gurum Api, still, Hare Narakam Napanetum, from such kind of hellish condition also Napanetum, I do not wish to become free in exchange of remembering your lotus feet. Let me suffer there in Mahakumbhi Pakam. Even in that state, that situation also, I only yache means Mukunda Murdhana Pranipatta yache bhavantam ekantam yantam artham avismritis tvacharanaravinde. That even in that situation, I only ask that you may not, please, you may not make me forgetful of your two lotus feet. So I do not want to become free from this Mahakumbhipakam Narakam. And also Ramya Rama Mridutanu Nandanena Pirantum. Ramya Rama Mridutanu. Mridutanu is very soft bodied. This Apsaras, most very beautiful girls, society girls in heavenly planets. Nandane means this Indra, Lord Indra had got very nice, beautiful garden with a very, very fragrant airs, fragrant flowers, and very nice pond to enjoy there with many beautiful girls. That is what common people in this material or materialistic people they desire. Even the desire of such kind of sense gratification is so much rampant in the heart of a conditioned soul that they have manufactured a kind of religion also in which they are said that if you follow this path of dharma, you will be able to enjoy in the heaven in the Velni garden with so many beautiful girls. So this is what this. So these are a nasty kind of desire for sense gratification. One may be desiring in this material world, but I do not. Na pirantum. Rantum means to enjoy with those very beautiful, soft, with delicate body, uh, young girls in the garden of heavenly planets. That is also not my desire. So the sense gratificatory desire he rejected, and to become free from the suffering situation he rejected, and advanda hetu to become completely free from the material entanglement he rejects. Then what do you want? What else you want? Why you want to always remember my lotus feet? I just want it. Bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavajeyam bhavantam. Bhave bhave means in each and every birth. Hridaya bhavane, in the palace of my heart. Hridaya bhavan. He is saying bhavan. I will make my heart a palace because you are a king. You are Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I will make my heart a palace, very beautiful palace. So my dear Krishna, please come and recite there. Bhavajeyam bhavantam. Bhavantam. Bhavantam is a word to address someone by saying you or yourself in a very, very respectful manner. That is bhavantam in Sanskrit. Bhavantam. Then he says, I have lost all my interest. Then Krishna might ask that, okay, you want to make me to come and reside in the palace of your heart, but do you know in what kind of palaces I live? I live in those places. My residence should be free from everyone else. I do not travel in RSC. No reservation against cancellation. Means I want full reservation. So will you be able to give me? That means within your heart, then there must not be any other interest, any other attachment, either for performing pious activities, impious activities, religious activities, or irreligious activities. So then King Kulsekara says, Nasta dharmena vasunichaye naiva kamopabhoge yad bhavayam tad bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam etat prarthayam mama bahumatam janma janmantarepi त्वत्पदाम्भोरुह युगगता निश्चला bhaktirastu. He says, Nasta dharme, I have no interest, no ruchi, no taste, na astha. Astha means faith or taste. I have no taste in performing any religious activities also. Na vasu is nichai. I have no interest or taste in acquiring wealth. Naeva kamopabhoge. Neither in enjoying all kinds of sense gratification, either pious or impious sense gratification. No desire at all. Yad bhavyam tad bhavatu bhagwan purva karmanurup. Okay, this is the line which we wanted to discuss, but we ended up discussing everything. So that is the main point. Yad bhavyam, let it so happen. Let whatever is going to happen with us, according to my purva karma, if I am supposed to suffer, let the suffering come. If according to my purva karma, previous activities, if I get some sense gratification, let it